today. From FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. Four touchdowns, one pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right. I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Tua now on first down. A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end. And down he goes at the 49. A 3-yard pickup. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 33. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Tua to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun, escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out, and this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he will have a Dolphins first down, it would appear. Yes, he does, by a full yard. They get the conversion on 4th and 2. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. Looking to pass. Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's out to the flat for Gibson. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down. Howell now to throw it. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. Well, he had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future.
The defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. Jalen Phillips has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And Howell will throw it. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter down from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. As they've got it into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on the job.
Touchdown! Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. In the second quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Christian Wilkins. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain it?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him, maybe even have a third person in the area, and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while, because I don't know that their talents are his, because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. The Dolphins at 7-4 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Raheem Mostert, 35 yards. And the Dolphins had 6 to their lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Washington offense heading out. Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Here's Hal to throw on second down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 3rd and 1. Hal's going to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Hal. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Howell. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. So no gain on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5 all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there That can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And they work this out past the 25. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot.
A leap, and he's got it. He got it. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Powell. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Faking the handoff. Howell. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. First down, Howell to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Robinson up the middle. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Howell trying to pick it up on 3rd. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Howell. He's got Granson, his tight end. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
2nd down, Howell back to pass. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Howell, he'll look to throw it. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Sly able to put this one through. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to full.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing here, Howell. He finds Robinson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. That is caught. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw, Howell. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
This offense so far on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. And once more, Howell back to the air. He's got his target. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down. They'll look to throw again. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Jalen Phillips picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Howell. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Back to throw. Howell. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Jalen Phillips able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 4th down, Howell, desperation time. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the 1st. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Tua. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year. And the Dolphins are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Howell. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He may go. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now it looks like he'll throw here and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Howell's throw complete to Dotson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Howell. That's Samuel, caught left side. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Here's 3rd and a few inches. Howell from the gun. Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Tua sets up to pass it. Flush to his right. Caught on the slant. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty